Welcome back to another episode of Agree with Austin. My guest here today is
Thomas Extreme.
welcome, Thomas. Thank you for taking the time. So I always start off with this question: how did the concept or idea of becoming a wrestler start for you?
Very, very young, watching it on TV, and me and friends deciding to do it in the yard.
Okay, gotcha. Overall, who is your inspiration
For the
to get into
longest
training?
time. To get into training?
Yeah.
My cousin actually he trained a couple times with one of his cousins. It wasn't family to me.
Okay.
So he trained a couple times with him, and then he would come to my house and show me stuff, and I would do it in my living room floor,
Okay.
and then we would do it in the yard.
I gotcha. And your overall inspiration?
Nick Foley is
Gotcha.
my favorite.
Gotcha. Man, hear that name so often. Love him. Just love to sit down and pick his mind, you know.
As well.
How do you continue to keep yourself motivated?
To wrestle?
Yeah.
I don't. It's easy. Wrestling's the best thing in the world, so
Yeah.
it's easy to be motivated to wrestle.
How about in life?
My children keep me motivated to stay alive. I have kids.
I gotcha. So, if you could create your own wrestling stable, who would be in it? And what would you call
At the
it?
moment, I would probably use Bad Magic and Bash Caliban.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about a stable name.
Yeah. Just the three of y'all together?
Yeah. I mean,
got
those guys are guys I really respect.
I
Bash
got
has
you.
put in a lot of work. I really, really respect Bash because he trained for the longest time, done the setup, done the teardown,
Yeah.
never complained. Just went to training, came to shows, done the setup, teardown,
Mhm.
and now he gets to wrestle. So.
Yeah. You ever faced him before?
Not yet.
No.
I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. So this one's going to be, I know you can't do it, but if you could change one thing to improve the current wrestling landscape, what would it be?
I guess I would try to erase everyone's negative thoughts about not going to wrestling schools.
Okay.
Because again, I didn't go to a wrestling school. I was brought in what everyone says is the Carney way, where a promoter seen us practicing in my friend's yard.
Mm-hmm.
My friend had got a real wrestling ring for his birthday.
Yeah.
So we were doing that for months, and then a promoter was going by one day and seen us and stopped, and decided to come a few times to watch us. And he's like, "I'm gonna bring you guys in." And
Okay.
but he was like, "But you have to be there for setup. You have to help tear down, and before the show, you gotta run drills."
Absolutely.
So it wasn't really school. It was more like show days was training day.
Okay. And then just putting in the work by yourself, just learning it, self-taught.
Indeed.
Heck yeah. Imagine you could be in my spot and have the chance to interview, sit down with any wrestler, whether that's past, present, passed on, still alive. Who would that be?
I would say Tiger Mask, the
Okay.
original Tiger Mask.
Okay.
I used to watch him all the time.
Yeah. Man. Who's the most versatile wrestler you've worked in your career so far?
Rob Killjoy.
Okay.
He is my hero. I think Rob Killjoy is the best in the world because he's I'm gonna put it into words. He flows. He's like he just has this flow to him to where everything looks smooth.
Yeah.
Even when somebody funks up with him, he can cover it and make it look smooth without you even telling somebody messed up.
Huh. A great, basically react on the spot sort of.
Yes, he's like instant. He is a wrestling guru to me. So I mean,
Oh, sick.
any questions, everyone should talk to Rob Killjoy about wrestling. 'Cause
I got you.
He is probably again the best in the world to me.
Yep. Perfect. Rob Killjoy, everybody.
Yes.
For those listening. Who's the most influential wrestler you've met, both in and outside of the ring?
As far as met,
Met or worked?
that had a big impact on me.
Yeah.
Your trainer, Ethan Case, had a big impact on me.
Okay.
Again, before I met Rob Killjoy and Ethan Case and them, it was, again, just show up, train. And then when I got to SWA and met Killjoy and Ethan Case, it was a different type of training before the show. So it wasn't just drills. It was more like work on your psychology and work on what you're going to do to work the crowd.
Yeah.
Not just, zoom.
Man, I talked to Ethan, and like I was telling you earlier, I feel like I get smarter every single time I talk to that dude. Not just in wrestling knowledge, but just in life.
Oh, yeah, I got way better. Every time I wrestled him, I got to wrestle him like 3 times, I think. And after each match, it was like stuff would click. Like, yeah, I understand a little more now.
Yeah. Overall, just a great man. I'm glad I could have the opportunity to train under him. Who's got the best wrestling merchandise, in your opinion?
I really like the Heath Slater I Got Kid shirt. That's one of my favorites. Again, Rob Killjoy is a merch aficionado.
Okay.
Like, his table is always like very sporadic with lots of stuff that's Killjoy. It's not just a shirt, an 8x10, maybe a couple stickers. He has like a super variety of things that says Rob Killjoy.
Yeah, corner to corner of the table, pretty much. Perfect. Who do you think's the most underrated wrestler in the industry right now? Whether that's people you work with, whether that's TV.
Drew Hood, James Johnson, definitely James Johnson. I mean, he's getting some push now, so it's coming to him, and he deserves it.
Yeah.
So probably I would say James Johnson.
So, I got a story about James.
Yeah.
We're gonna have him as a guest on the podcast, but we got some beef. One of my co-hosts was like, "All right, are we gonna interview James before or after he loses his title?" And I sent that message to James. So now,
Hell.
yeah, he's not in good graces. He's like, really? Drew was like, you want to get in good graces with James? Maybe apologize. So he recorded an apology video, but it was very sarcastic. He didn't mean it. I was like, oh no. Stop stirring in the spot.
Too much drama as it is.
Yeah. I was like, oh no. If you could choose any wrestler or group of wrestlers to have their own reality TV show, who would be in it?
Oh man, I think the XWW trainees should have a reality show. They've done a little of like reality with that whole contest they did. I think they should do more of that.
Yeah. All right. What do you think's the most memorable and best wrestling storyline you followed on TV?
My favorite, like, people ask it instantly pops in my head when Canyon was doing the random Canyon cutters to everyone, and then my favorite one was like before the show they were recording the ring crew setting up the ring, and then out of nowhere Canyon comes, cutters all the ring crew, and then like he disappears, and all of a sudden he's in front of the camera and he goes bang. Hilarious. I remember it very fondly.
Yeah. Most jaw-dropping wrestling spot you witnessed live?
Live. Okay, I can't remember who it was. It was here. They did. No, it was at ACCW. I believe it was Dakota and D.A. Bigelow. So it was a ladder match, and they had the ladder. They had the ladder stood up, and then the ladder out of the ladder on the turnbuckle, and then they got up there and they done a package pile driver.
Oh.
But they had the standing ladder the wrong way, and they had the ladder on the weak rungs.
No.
And it just freaking
Obliterated
everywhere.
himself?
Yeah,
Oh no.
It was very scary looking.
Oh no. Everybody was okay though. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
heck
was
yeah.
safe after. A little sore, but safe.
Ooh, here's a fun one. You prefer working as a face or a heel?
Always heel. Heel life.
Yeah.
Forever heel.
Heck yeah. Which do you think is easier to get over as?
Again, heel. It's easier to get people to hate you than get them to like you. Because you can just come out with a mad face, and people are like, "Oh, he's ugly. I'm gonna him."
I got you. Do you have a pre-match ritual or a pre-match meal?
No, I don't have any like rituals before the show other than right before I go out. It clicks and I become the character. Like once I put on that entrance mask, any mask really, it's once I put on the mask I can change. And
Gotcha.
then it's like come out there and I'm this asshole.
You just embrace. It's like,
Yes, just embrace the hate.
heck yeah. If you could go back and relive one night or event from your career, which would that be?
Oh man, probably winning the Wicked Rhymer Memorial. That was a great show.
Yeah.
And get it recorded.
Yeah.
They did get it recorded.
That way.
That and Jackson Sane. My last match with Jackson Sane. I wish I could go back in time and do that one again and get that one recorded. That one wasn't recorded either.
Oh man. If you could face any legendary wrestler from the past in their prime, who would it be?
Mick Foley.
Yeah. Which face?
Cactus.
Cactus Jack?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd love to take that elbow from the apron.
Yeah. Throw him off a cage, right?
Yes.
So describe the process for developing and fine-tuning your in-ring persona, or as we know it, your gimmick.
Okay. Really, it's my character is someone that found a djinn. And if you don't know what djinn is a demon. And he wished, or I wished to be a wrestler, and he twisted it. So anytime I wrestle, he gets control of my body.
Okay.
And that's why I'm a super angry heel.
I gotcha. It's like he's taking over.
Yes.
What's the most grueling part of being a full-time wrestler that fans may not understand?
That part. Set up and tear down.
Set up and tear down? Yeah.
Pre-show workout, post-show workout.
Yeah, and like many people don't even realize what goes into it, honestly.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I'm here for a wrestling show. Like, okay. How did the ring get set up? You know? So most wrestlers nowadays are parents. How do you juggle home life and work?
Thankfully, I have. I don't have full custody of my kids now, so only my son lives with me. My
Okay.
$3 live with my ex-wife, and they come every other week. And when the weeks I have all of them, my mother, they stay with my mother.
Okay.
So I tried to get them into wrestling, but they don't like wrestling, so I don't force them to come with me.
Yeah, I got you. What's the most common misconception fans have about the business side of wrestling?
The ring is soft. That's what I hear the most. It's got fat in there, but it's not soft. It's stiff padding. This one is pretty much shot mat. If you go to Lowe's and buy the stick together shot mats, that's basically what the mat is on this ring.
Yeah.
At XWW.
Okay.
There are other rings that have like a 2-inch kind of squishy. I'm not a fan of those because you can't really get the canvas tight and you twist ankles a lot in those.
Gotcha. I gotcha. If you could trade places with any wrestler for a day, who would it be?
Oh man, probably none of them. I don't want a day in the life of one of those guys. I know that this is what I do, and it eventually may get to that point where I am super bombarded by lots of people, and I'm probably going to freak out a lot.
It's like, oh god.
Yeah, I'm very antisocial.
I gotcha. Well, thanks for being on the podcast. I mean,
I try.
That's social.
Trying to come out of my little shell.
I gotcha. Who do you think's got the most iconic wrestling theme song of all time, besides yourself?
I mean, if you're talking about as soon as it comes on, everyone knows, I would say Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay. Just like glass shatter and bam.
Yeah, that's it. Hear the glass. That's your ass.
I like that. So I got one more for you.
Sure.
Do you have a plan B?
No.
No.
I plan on dying in a wrestling ring.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's my way to go.
Yeah, I love that drive. Where can all my listeners find you on social media?
I have an Instagram, the Thomas Extreme. I have Facebook, Thomas Extreme. I have an X, Thomas Braswell 19.
Okay.
On the X, they wouldn't give me Extreme for some reason.
Aw.
That's it. I have YouTube, and I try to upload matches to my YouTube.
Okay.
But I haven't been doing it lately.
Gotcha. Well, everybody, this has been Agreeing with Austin and my guest, Thomas Extreme. I appreciate you for taking the time, man.
You're welcome. Thank you.